Hi guys, so listen, today I want to talk a little bit about how everybody is you pushed out. I know I've discussed this in other videos, but I'm going to talk about my own personal experience because I always say it's your mindset. The way you think about something is how everything in your life is going to basically project. Okay, that's what you're going to get back. The people around you reflect you. Everybody is your mirror image. So I'm going to talk about my specific person. If you've been following me, you know my story. So my specific person and I, when it's just me and my SP, the relationship was phenomenal. Really have no complaints there. We got along on like every aspect. Literally, we were able to even talk about literally politics, religion, and sex and get along. Like that's usually a big trigger for a lot of people. Okay. So, and the chemistry was just great. The thing is, I'm a parent and SP's not a parent. So SP's not really built at the time. Okay. Gotta change stories. Not built to be a parent. Okay. Didn't have the patience to be around little kids and let that be known to me. So I always had in the back of my head that my kids are going to be a problem and it's not something that SP is going to accept. So guess what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. Negativity, right? I pushed it out there. We went on a vacation for 3 days. First off, we were together for like a few weeks before we made it official. We were dating, but I got dumped because of the kids. But I manifested that back. But when I manifested it back, I still had that fear in my head that I'm going to get left because I had the kids. So that's what ended up happening. We went on a trip for 3 days, and instead of me visualizing the trip's going to go beautiful, I literally was sitting there like, oh my God, my SP is going to be triggered and not like the kids. Okay, I thought about that, and that's what happened the whole trip. Because my SP was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go on this trip. I literally was like, you're bullshitting me. How are you excited when I already know you don't have like the patience to deal with the kids? But instead of me being like, oh, of course, you should be excited. The kids are amazing. I had that fear like this trip's going to go shit. I literally had that fear because I'm like, oh my God, my kids are going to do what they do that my SP gets annoyed with. Like, especially during dinner, like standing, throwing food on the floor, making noise and things like that. And that's what I projected, and that's what ended up happening. So we went out for dinner. Kids did that. Okay, threw food on the floor, got up, made noise, and my SP's like, this isn't like our last trip, because the last trip was just me and my SP, and which was beautiful. Okay, and kids were going in and out of the pool, going into the hotel room, soaking up the floor. If my SP was in the bathroom, the kids are banging on the door to go in there, waking up in the middle of the night. Just a little annoying things. Nothing really crazy, but obviously things my SP didn't have temperament for at the time. So, and I sat there and focused on the negative, like, oh my God, the kids are bad, instead of focusing on kids are going to be great and this trip's going to go smoothly. So when we came back from the trip, my SP ended up breaking up with me. He was like, you know what, I don't want to do anything with the kids. I don't want to deal with the kids. I can't do this. And it destroyed me because circumstances change. You are sitting here leaving a great person, right? Because we got along so well. Because a few things that the kids are doing, they're not going to be at that time 1 and 3 forever. Okay, they grow. Okay, that circumstance changes. Circumstances always change. They're gonna grow. That they're not gonna do that. They're gonna sit like little civilized human beings and everything during dinner and stuff like that. Okay, and then when they get old, they don't even want to know you anyway. So what the hell? It's just, and then that's a different type of problems. But when you love someone, you make it work. Work. But they're my kids and I love them endlessly. I wanted to have them. I went through the whole IVF journey to have the kids because I wanted to be a mother and I wanted to experience that. But I always have a fear. If I meet someone, they're not going to love my children like I love them. So that was a problem. So anyway, we broke up at the end of August, and the kids at that time just turned 2 and 4. Now they're going to be this year they're going to be 5 and 3. So they matured so much in the last few months since we split up, because I just came back from Aruba. I took the week off and went to Aruba with my friend. That's why I haven't been here. Sorry, I'm MIA. But Aruba turned out to be phenomenal. But why? Because I didn't stress that. I didn't feel like I had to impress the person I was with, because the person I went with, my friend, absolutely loves and adores my kids and has the patience for my kids. So I wasn't triggered like, I need to make this work. And this trip needs to be perfect. This trip needs to be perfect. But it's not going to be perfect because my kids are going to annoy my SP. You know what I mean? So this trip went smoothly. The flight there and back, the kids were amazing. And We did excursions. Like we went to 2 different caves. The kids were into it. They enjoyed it. We went in a submarine, and the kids were looking at the World War II shipwreck that was there and all the fish. They were interested. And then we went to 2 classy restaurants. We went out every day, but 2 of them were upscale. Okay, upscale restaurants. But I didn't have that fear like I did with my SP. Like, oh my God, the kids are gonna stand. The kids are gonna throw food on the floor. They're gonna talk. They're gonna yell. I have to keep telling them to behave. They sat there like 2 little angels, like you wouldn't believe, sitting there eating, giggling, talking. You know, they behaved so well on this trip, but it's because I visualized the trip going well. I didn't have that negativity that that I pushed out. It's literally your mind. You guys don't want to believe it, but people who have good things in their life, it's because they believe everything goes well for them. And when people have shit things happening to them in their life, it's because that's the way they're thinking. They're projecting that shitness, okay? So it was my fault that my trip with my SP went the way it went, because I was high strung. I had anxiety the whole trip, okay? Every noise, every fart the freaking kids did, I wasn't my normal myself that is like tolerable. Like, I'm like, oh, it's okay, you know, they're kids, they're gonna grow out of it, whatever. I was like jumping, like, don't do this and don't do that. And I stressed out the kids more. So they weren't relaxed and they couldn't enjoy the trip. But my SP didn't even want to hear that. We come back and I'm like, I can't deal with the kids. I'm out. Are you kidding me? Do you see what the fuck you have? Do you see what the fuck you have? Whatever. So it's literally your mindset, and you need to push out positivity. That's just basically what I'm saying. I wanted just to show you guys that my experience, because the 2 trips were totally different. It's only, what, 6 months, 7 months between the trips? But in 6, 7 months, it's half a year. Like, a lot could happen. The kids mature, and that circumstance, they're gonna grow up and be great little adults. Okay, they're not even terrorists. I mean, I've gone out with friends where their kids are like freaking scary. Okay, my kids were not like that. Just a little annoyance. But I was high strung. So was my SP on the trip, okay? And the both of us with our tension through the roof, and we weren't relaxed. The kids felt it. Kids are smart. They felt it. So the whole trip they were whiny, complaining. They weren't behaving. They weren't feeling the love that they normally feel when they're with me and when I go on trips and I do other things, you know? It's your energy. People feed that. So if had anxiety and I was high strung, the kids felt that. My SP had anxiety and was high strung, you know? So they felt it. But on this trip going to Aruba, we didn't have a care in the world. We were like, this trip's going to be fucking awesome. The kids are going to be fucking great. Everything's going to go well. And that's what happened. Everything we did, we were there for a week. Every single day, I was able to keep my itinerary, and each thing was better than the last. Each day was better than the last. Like, this trip was epic. It's in the books because my kids are older now compared to all my other trips. They didn't even run away from me. At the airport, normally I'd be chasing them because I've gone to Hungary. I've gone to Florida quite a few times. I went to Tennessee, to the Smoky Mountains. I mean, my daughter, it literally is only 2.5, and she's freaking seen so much because I like the vacation. But I always have to yell at them, follow me, come here. I tried screaming at them at the airport and stuff. They didn't go far. Like, if they ran a little ahead of me and I called them, they stopped. I just was so impressed at how much my kids changed. And I know that. I know circumstances change. And I've been investing the last, 6-7 months, putting energy in my kids and just visualizing that my kids are going to be super. They're amazing. And anybody who walks into my life is going to love these things. These kids are they're the greatest things that ever happened to them. Okay. Me and the kids, it's a wonderful package. Okay. And it's a great life. Like, I know not everybody is made to have kids, but if you pursue someone knowing that they have kids, don't make them open their heart to you to only leave when, I understand the idea versus the reality are 2 different things, but you can make the reality work, because SP's missing out on the most amazing children ever, okay, and an amazing family. So depends on what I want to do, right? If I want to conform SP and everything like that. So I'm just saying, it's your mindset, because totally 2 different experiences I had. One when I was stressed out and everything I was thinking came to pass. That this trip, when I literally said this trip's going to make us or break us, it broke us. But I knew that because it was in my head. I manifested that. This trip going to Aruba, I knew it was going to be one of the most amazing trips ever. And it turned out to be the most amazing trip ever. So it's what's in here. So please, guys, just watch what you say, because your words are fucking lethal, okay? Watch what you think. Just focus on the way you want your life to go, and it's going to go that way, okay? It's going to go that way. Visualize the happy ending that you deserve with the person that you love. everything works out in your favor because no circumstance is ever permanent. All right? Take care. Bye.